Where do you work at?
I'm an independent journalist. I'm independent.
How do you make money off that? You sell your stories?
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
No, it's fine, Sarge. Yeah, so basically what I do is I go around and, I go to city halls and public places to just promote transparency and accountability. See, there's a lot of people that do what I do and, they try and poke and prod you and to test you out a little bit. For me, I'm just walking around peacefully recording, conducting business, looking at the budget, exercise, because I feel like I'm trying to spread awareness that no one holds the government accountable, right? So we should.
Right.
You guys took an oath to the Constitution, and I feel like the country is more being tribalized, and we're fighting each other instead of just saying, hey, what are you guys doing? What does this finance office do? How much do the people? What's the average salary of people in City Hall? Does that compare to the average salary of the actual city? Because that would be fair, right? So basically just things like that. I look into it, and when they call the police, sometimes, most of the time they don't, but sometimes they do call the police. And again, now the police become part of the story to see how do you react to a situation like this. Yeah, no, but you go. To be fair, yeah, you go. I understand that part. You investigate, and then once you find out there's no crimes, you should really leave because there's no crimes happening. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I just think that for the city of Aurora, you're wasting resources at this point. I'm not a threat. I'm not going to do anything. They might be, uneasy, but again, you're not feelings police. You're law enforcement, so. That's just my whole deal. I can't force you to leave or anything, but that's, I think the taxpayers of the city would say, hey, come on, this is not really a big deal. But again, you're the supervisor. You can choose to do whatever.
Most of the information you want probably be online better.
Yeah, well, some of it.
You can't really get it looking through a window.
No, not that information. No, the FOIA request though, the information. Okay. And the looking through the window part is you're wearing your mask, right? What if I came in here and somebody wasn't wearing their mask? Policy is a policy that they make and they force on all of us. So I want to make sure it's basically just government transparency. There's if you don't want to be filmed or you don't look, there's a camera right behind you. There's cameras all over the place. If you don't want to be filmed, you shouldn't work for the public. Go work for Chase Bank or a private institution. But that's my only point. Just transparency, just checking in on people. That's all. I'm very polite to everybody I come in contact with, and I treat people how they treat me, and that's it. That's all.
You've been more cooperative than some of the other journalists.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure. I'm trying to do it a little bit differently, just to see. But you'd be surprised that the reaction from law enforcement or the public officials towards me acting like this sometimes can really get out of control, and it can get out of control really quick. So
Won't get out of control in this town.
Good. I'm glad. I'm happy. That makes me happy because